This is Alpha Lord MuRiDa, Special Light of Warrior Snow, GW Shield, Holy Shield. Uh, I want to explain something to you guys. A lot of you guys ask me a lot of questions. A lot of you guys ask me to request things of the divine command and the divine collective. Understand this: the divine command and the divine collective, the High Lords and Lords of the Grand Central Sun, which are divine critters, brothers and sisters, are not a drive-through McDonald's, not a drive-through Burger King. You can't have it your way, how you want it. Um, and this is true for me. I'm not just saying this to make you. This is not a message to you guys to make you feel bad or to say you can't have what you want. But things have to be compatible. Things have to be realistic. You can't things can't just. I mean, sometimes things can just pop into reality. Some things can be transferred over from a different reality into our reality. There are workarounds around this. A lot of things can happen, but you have to be a special person. The reason why I'm able to get the things that I want when I want, like for instance, the other day I lost something at the gas station and somebody stole it from me, and the divine creators actually took it from that person and they teleported it into my house. This normally would not be done for somebody like, for instance, like you guys. If somebody stole something from you guys, they wouldn't teleport it into your house. But because I'm a certain, because I'm deserving, well, not take that back. If you have the thought of that, if you have the thought of something, you are automatically deserving of it. If you can comprehend and have the thought of wanting something, of knowing that something is, you want something, you are automatically deserving of it. But I've earned the right to have something teleported from somebody's possession into my own possession, especially when it's something special to me, and it's not something that doesn't belong to them. They have not earned a Ganesha statue. They have not earned, that Ganesha statue is blessed and it has special properties. And the person who stole it from me, that they don't value it. It's just a cool looking statue to them, and they don't understand what it means. They don't understand the properties of it. That they have not earned something like that. That's the reason why uh, the divine command teleported. I'm told the archangels did this. They teleported that Ganesha statue from their possession back to my possession, and they've done this many times. When somebody steals something from me, they teleport it back into my possession. So the people are looking around and they're like, "I can't find this item." That's because it's been teleported into back to my possession. A lot of times that happens. The divine command, divine collective, that teleport things that have been stolen from me back into my possession, because a lot of stuff that I have is very special to me. It's very sacred. It's sacred stuff, and actually you can get punished from stealing stuff from me, stealing something that's sacred to me, and even being around these items, and to be of a dark nature. These can corrupt you. These being even being in the presence of these items can corrupt your DNA, can corrupt your mind. It can drive you insane, and if you're dark, and it can hurt you. So this explained, just so you guys know, the divine command, divine collective are not a drive-through. I can't stress this enough. They're not a drive-through McDonald's. They're not a drive-through Burger King. You can't have it your way, how you want it. That's not how that works. And like the divine, like I'm talking to somebody, he wants a girl that's let me give you an example. This guy that I'm talking to, he wants a girl with certain abilities. The reason why this will never happen for him, and the reason why it will never happen for me, is because your romantic relationships can't be dependent on somebody's abilities, somebody's what somebody can do. That's not compatibility. That's dependability, and you can't be dependent on somebody. You can't be in a romantic relationship because somebody has something that's you're dependent on. That a romantic relationship can be based on that, and so that's why people are not with the people. That's why that stuff never works. Because let me give you an example. I was with a girl that she could pronounce anything. She could pronounce anything perfect. and she was one of the she was super hot girlfriend. She was extremely beautiful. She was a redhead, and I love redheads, and I love and she was extremely beautiful. She had a beautiful body, she, and I was so in love with her, and I mean I was in love with her for many different reasons, but I was dependent on her ability to be able to pronounce anything perfectly. I mean, she just had this natural ability where she can read a word, even if it's just a made up word, and she can pronounce it perfectly. And I used to have her constantly pronounce this and that. I used to every day I would have her pronounce things, and she would have fun doing it because this is one of her natural gifts, and she can do this, and she says other people have been impressed with this ability. And I was so dependent on this ability that the divine collective and divine command broke us up. They separated us. She actually won a trip. She actually got a special a special trip someplace, and she never came back. And this was set up this way because I was dependent. This is the reason why we broke up. This is the reason why the Divine Collective had us never be together. If it wasn't for that, we would have had kids right now and we'd be together. If it wasn't for the fact that I was dependent on her abilities, her special ability to be able to pronounce anything. I know this may sound silly, but this is all true happening. This actually did happen, and this is actually why we're separated. Um, and then this could happen to you if you were dependent on somebody's ability. I mean, I'm not talking about if somebody knows how to fix cars or somebody knows how to clean. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, talking about somebody has a special ability, somebody has a special skill that is rare. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about if your wife can cook really good or your husband can fix a car or whatever. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a special ability, a special skill, which is very hard to find, and you're extremely dependent on it. This is what I'm talking. This is what us divine. This is what our collective is talking about. If they have a special ability, and also the reason a lot of people want to be with nines and tens. I attract nines and tens, and this is why because I've earned it. I've earned the right I've actually earlier this year I slept with a nine, like a 9.5. A girl that was a 9.5. She had a body like the actual movie stars. Um, the reason why this only happened is because I earned it. I earned it, and I was compatible with it. Understand this: if you want to be with a 9 and 10, you have to be a 9 and 10, or you have to be close to a 9 and 10. You have to be compatible with. You have to earn it. Remember, if you have the thought of it, you automatically deserve it. But you have to earn it. You have to earn it. You have to be compatible with it. You can't just have things pop in your life. The reason why I have these sacred stuff is because I'm a sacred person. I'm compatible with sacred things because I value them. The reason why I have Ganesha statues and I have a lot of sacred stuff. I have an actual ceremonial peace pipe that's been blessed. And the reason why I'm allowed to have this stuff, and the reason why I'm allowed to have like a special best pendulum in the world, is because I've earned it, and this stuff is compatible for me. Always remember this. If you want something super bad, you got to earn it. You have to work for it. You have to be compatible for it. You can't just the universe is not a drive-through McDonald's and a drive-through McDonald's and Burger King. You can't have it your way, how you want it. You have to earn it. You have to be compatible with it. Always remember that. And if you are dependent on somebody's special skill, that's not going to be tolerated because your romantic relationship can't be based on a special skill. It just can't be. That's not how the universe works. So you have to understand the rules. These are the rules, and this Alpha Lord MuRiDa Special Light Love Warrior. This is something to understand.